And now we are learning the identity of the officer who was dragged by a vehicle after trying to save a man overdosing. Sources tell us the officer's name is Rachel Wiley. According to an NOPD video, Wiley was recruited back in 2016.
Right now, she is at UMC, the hospital in Mid-City. We have live team coverage on this incident. Let's start things off with Shay O'Connor, who explains how everything unfolded in that Walmart parking lot. Shay?
Jarvis and Gita, we're told that that female officer was actually dragged from the Walmart parking lot right behind me to down Rousseau Street. This is Rousseau Street for about a block. I spoke with a woman who was in her vehicle when it all went down, witnessing it all.
I didn't know what was the circumstances surrounding the incident, but I do know that she did her job.
This woman was on her way to Walmart in this pickup truck Friday morning, forced to make an unexpected stop. Seeing firsthand a car driving out of control with what appeared to be a law enforcement officer attached to the car door.
I didn't know when I lost sight of the officer where she was at, but I do know that because it was the driver's side, she was hanging out and it hit on that side that she was underneath the car.
Her truck was hit during the incident. She says she saw the officer locate her gun and fire.
The officer had to use her revolver, her service weapon, to try to stop the person.
The suspect died from his injuries.
Our officer was in a life and death situation in this situation.
New Orleans Police Chief Ann Kirkpatrick says it all started as the officer tried to save the man from apparently overdosing inside a car.
When that subject awoke from a result of the Narcan being administered to him, he acted very erratically.
But the moments between the Narcan and the crash remain unclear.
We don't know if he was backed up. All we know is he took off with her in the door jamb of that car.
Officials say the officer did what she had to do.
She looked like Superwoman. And I just appreciate how all the other officers came and they took care of her, to making sure that this officer was okay. And, I really appreciate it.
Now, police have not yet released the name of the perpetrator who we're told died at the hospital. I have reached out to the coroner's office, and of course, we'll let you know when I hear back. Reporting live from Walmart along Chapatula, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
And that senior officer, Rachel Wiley, now recovering at University Medical Center.
That's where we find WDSU's Cassie Sherm. Cassie, several of her colleagues spoke out in support of this officer.
That's right. There's been a lot of support and a lot of prayers for both the officer, but also the woman who was in that parking lot area who was also hit by the car. Now, one of my sources in here at UMC is telling me they're both alive and they're expected to be okay, but the extent of their injuries is still unknown, and we're hoping to get more information as time goes by. Now, what we do know is UMC was filled with both NOPD and even state police minutes after the officer was brought in with her injuries after getting dragged trying to save the man's life. The officer administered Narcan as the suspect who not only ended up hurting the officer with his car, but also another person in the parking lot, landing both here at UMC. Now, according to the coroner's office, there have been a 117% increase over 5 years of drug-related deaths.
Part of what this speaks to, though, is the drug problem that we have on the streets of New Orleans. And I don't know what this individual was overdosing on. I would not be surprised to learn that it's fentanyl. And this just goes to show you the significance of how the impact that is having on our community.
Now, when it comes to being equipped, the foundation says they have passed out not only to police officers but community members Narcan packets to make sure that if something does happen in their community that they can do something, and they say NOPD officers are equipped and ready to use them. Reporting here at UMC, I'm Cassie Sherm. Back to you.